Yo, is it just me, or is KSI slick getting better song by song? Even all the way back to what was the first one with the director being mad at him and like it had Trippie Redd in it. That one I was like, yo, this is whack. But with the one with Smoke Perp and Lil Pump, that one was hard. I thought that was dope. The popping, that's what it was. They had the whole challenge and everything. I thought that one had a lot of character to it. It was very like, it was a hype song. It was hard. I thought KSI, his verse, not only did it sound good, I thought it stood out above maybe even Smoke Purp or Lil Pump. I think Lil Pump had the best verse, but I think KSI was there. Like, he was keeping up with someone who's just like he's a YouTuber and now he's becoming a rapper. And I will say, I keep doing it. I'm guilty of it, but I do think the fact that we call them YouTube rappers is whack. Just because they pick up another art form does not make them a YouTube rapper. If I make movies, you don't call me a filmmaker rapper because I choose to rap. I'm a rapper who chose to do filmmaking, or vice versa. That's all it is. With that being said, bro, is he going to do it again? I don't know. Because today we're going to be watching KSI Houdini v. Swarmz and Tion Wayne. This is my first time hearing Tion Wayne and Swarmz. But before we get started, I'm a music video director. You can check out my work in the annotation above. I got music videos, I got some films in there you can check out as well. But without further ado, we gotta set the ambience. That means get your tea ready. Put the headphones on. Look at that opening shot, boy. Sheesh. Visuals by Calum. I can already tell he killed it. Oh, hold on.
Oh, nah, you don't wanna run with me. Oh, la, la.
That's that signature move.
Run up on man and squeeze. Easy peasy squeezy. Talking bad until you see me. Make man just like Houdini.
That was cool.
Big thing, make me wanna boss when I beat it. Me not even care, be a fake or that real. I just wanna get that feel of that booty that you're treating. Oh, why you wanna play the hard to get? My fourth letter getting bigger in the alphabet. My dumb figure moving silly when you come correct. But she on fleek, check. Booty, check. Breath, check. Money, check. Later in the night, she a freak, check. Hey, man. Winning everything that.
Not my type of song. Too mainstream for me. It sounds very, very pit bullish. Sounds very like on the radio type stuff, and that's not my type. But this goes to this goes to say, bro, that like KSI is versatile. This is a completely different rap style. I mean, it's definitely more, like I said, more has that mainstream vibe, more party vibe, which I don't, like I said, I don't like, but KSI is obviously very capable of doing that. I mean, the guy switching up the flows, he's adding interesting changes in like he added the little like check mark thing where he was like check, like that is interesting. It keeps us interested in his verse. It's not just him trying to spit like that. That's super dope. Video, it looks crazy, man. They got the Quasar science lights. If you're wondering what those are the it could be Quasars, it could be Asteratubes, it could be there's a lot of different brands who make those. Those are the tube lights. They look like lightsabers. Those are like they very much resemble fluorescent lights as far as like the weight and shape that they are. But as far as light quality, they're 100% better. Fluorescent lights, like at a laundromat, a hospital, anywhere that you're usually going to see fluorescent light. Have you ever noticed how ugly they get over time? It's just the technology. One is LED versus fluorescent bulb. You know what I mean? LEDs are gonna overall like reign over fluorescence or any type of bulb eventually. There's pros and cons to each, but we won't go into that. But you can see that they're in high use here, and they have a high key with some blue accent in the back as the hair light. So let's continue. Let's break down some more video stuff if we can. I also like the canted angles where the cars are like, you know, doing all this. That's dope. The flares, that's nice. So those. Yeah, the chorus has. I like the chorus. It sounds good, but it's very mainstream for sure. See, I like those canted angles. That is cool. From the night. She does a little tweet and a little snap. Preen up her Insta. All I do is tap. That shirt is hard. She make me chat. Man will do anything that he has. See me, I do it better. She flexing in my sweater. People I can't trust them like the weather. Face Riri, got a body like she meant. Oh man. It's not the song that's boring me. I'm just tired. Got one young G, only no bang. Uptown function, but I'm. You know what? A lot of people they underestimate or they just forget about. It's like, see how that camera's just like shaky and all that stuff. That's actually very, very well thought out. It's very, when I'm doing handheld type shots, I'm thinking about the motion. You have to. It's kind of a learned action. It's the same way as when you're flipping an egg or flipping anything in a skillet or a pan. Like it's a learned action. The first time you ever did it, it seemed off, but the more you learned it, you was like, but it seems relatively random, right? Just go in there and flip it. But like you've trained your arm to do that. As a filmmaker, it's the same thing. You start to learn what looks good, what times and certain types of songs to do it in, the shakes and stuff like that. And this is a good version of that. I noticed they had a very, very nice, giant, like 4x4 soft diffusion, probably like 12 foot by 12 foot soft diffusion one above them, maybe even 24 by 24 foot soft diffusion above, and they weren't afraid to show it. What that is like you have, I have diffusion right here, diffusion on each side of me right now. That has and this is for people interested. Like, you can fast forward if you want, but this is a Filmmaker Reacts. So you have the diffusion, and basically what it does is the bigger your base is, the bigger the diffusion is. It could be say you have a shower curtain, which is also a form of diffusion. It just has that nice like a white, soft, almost translucent material. Say the bigger that is and the higher the power of light, the softer it's going to be. The bigger it is, the more power you need. Basically what that does is when that light hits that diffusion, it diffuses it across an even plane, or it creates less shadows. For instance, you see right here, I'm looking at my screen, but see that shadow on my face, right? See that? That's caused from, that's a small, like, very soft shadow. It's not harsh. And I can't really turn that off because I have a giant diffusion on it, but turn that diffusion off. I can't just take it off that easy, but see, like, look at the difference in one light. That's crazy, ain't it? Ain't that wild? But yeah, it's meant to evenly divide light over an even space, and the bigger it is, the softer it's going to be. As you can see in this video, it's very soft on their head.
With gang, these broke use gassing up gram. Made no paper, acting on cam. Love a real deal, not a lie. I said let's have a dinner date in the bag.
I wonder if those are artificial pops and flares in the background. You could do it realistically by shining certain lights at the lens from the side, depending on what type of lens you're using.
Run up on man and squeeze. Easy peasy squeezy. Talking bad until you see me.
The shots of the girls, like, it's so random. That's cool.
Oh na na, you don't wanna run with me. Oh la la.
They got the flashing light is nice.
Easy peasy squeezy. Talking bad until you see me. Met man, just like Houdini.
Ooh, that looks good. See, they're using a bunch of the quasars. Or tube lights. I'll call them tube lights because there's different brands, but they're probably using quasars or asteras. Quasars have a higher output, and the asteras have more like DMX features where you can control multiple at once. Real quick, let's talk about the song. The song was, I thought, very mainstream. I thought KSI did show some sense of improvement. And I'm saying improvement in the form of versatility. It shows that he is very versatile. He can do a different type of music. He can spit. He can be comedic, and he can make a hit, like a mainstream radio type track, which this shows that in this song. And he also, I'm impressed by his ability to make it interesting. Like, it wasn't the whole time he was spitting a certain flow. He spits it. He was like, check this, check that, like this check. Like, that is something that big rappers do, big artists do. That specifically in rap, I think actually, that make the flow interesting, with it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am the greatest rapper alive. Like Kendrick. Like, it's stuff like that makes it like this. Oh, this verse is crazy. Like, it's interesting. It has so many things going on. Like, that can be in flow switches, stories within verses, and multiple stories, or an over story, like a whole story. It can be a lot of stuff, but KSI has shown that he can do something like that, which is dope. Video wise, like I said, I liked it. It's a very performance based, which means just people performing, which is dope. But they had it in a setting that looked nice. Now the quasars, the tube lights and stuff, it's very very modern, and they're being used a lot. I like to use them, and it's just a modern look. It's nothing spectacular. I'm not looking at this and going, I've never seen a music video look like this before. Actually, I've seen 1,000. In that sense, they didn't bring anything new, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It was there to complement this song. In that sense, I really, 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 really I don't know why I'm saying really so much. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it that much, but I enjoyed it, and I'm impressed by KSI. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments or in the rap channel on our Discord. You can check out that in the link in the description below. And again, I would love for you to check out my work and let me know in the comments of my work if you think it's butt cheeks. You can tell me, go, David, this is literal doo-doo water, and my feelings will be hurt, but I'll just improve. But anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.
Sheesh. Champagne bottle by the key. When I pull out, you hear a screech. Heard that you thought you had me beat. Bitch, I got tricks on my sleeve. Yeah, watch how I maneuver through the streets. Ayy, had to keep my friends and enemies on a leash. Ayy, old friends switched up, now they